Welcome to the Wise and Wealthy podcast. This is your host, Wasi, and today we have a very special guest, one of my near and dear friends, all the way from the West Coast, LA to be specific. Although he is a globetrotter, he literally travels around the world.
Facts.
I had to literally, what would I say? Like, I wouldn't say beg you to get here.
You
But,
didn't. You didn't.
yeah.
I begged you to get here.
Now I'm just messing with
You want
y'all.
to keep it a buck ski. You know what I'm saying?
Now I'm just messing with y'all. Listen, y'all. We have my very special friend Brandon Boy with us. What's going on, bro?
Let's go. Man.
Woo! What's going on,
Thanks for
man?
having me, bro.
Yes, sir.
You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? So I had to take 2 planes,
Yes.
no train,
Right.
but an automobile
Right.
to get here. Bro.
Yeah, absolutely,
you know
man. We appreciate you for obviously going through the ringer and coming here and and being with us today. So
Yo, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
What's up, man?
You know why I probably haven't came here earlier?
Why?
No, I don't think people know that Charlotte's not whack.
Charlotte is lit.
I think
bro.
people think Charlotte's whack.
Let me tell you something about Charlotte, bro. Charlotte is so under the radar that I actually prefer it that way, to be honest. But at the same time, there is, so many different things to do out here, which should be, some sort of incentive to get more people out here, especially
people think Charlotte's whack.
Yeah, I don't know why they think that though.
Because it's
what's so crazy is that once people actually do their research and then like actually look into everything that Charlotte has to offer and then come out here and experience Charlotte, it's a completely different.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I had a pretty interesting view.
Yeah.
Because I spent one day in like Fayetteville, which is like
completely different. You know yeah, completely different.
It's Dreamville.
That's right? I was gonna say that's where J Cole.
I saw the mural. My cousin, he's been there for over 20 years, so he kind of like drove me around and stuff. But that's that's probably what people think North Carolina is. Like, it's just like,
Well, I think most people when they think Charlotte, they think North Carolina.
No,
in
100%.
Which most of North Carolina is like that. Potentially that.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about stigma. I guess
they're not thinking about like a thriving city, a lot of movement. It's on the East Coast, so that means it still has a certain pace to it.
And we're about, I want to say 3.5 to 4 hours from Atlanta, so
yeah, that's not bad.
So it's not that bad of a trip as far as going there for a weekend.
And I stayed in this area called South Park.
South Park is a nice area,
which was nice, super walkable, high end mall, people moving
food
around. Yeah, I ate at First Watch.
First Watch is a nice restaurant.
First Watch is nice, and it's a franchise. So if people understand about First Watch, you're gonna, it's here, so you're gonna be able to take advantage of it. Right. There's a lot of things to do.
Yeah. Charlotte's lit, man.
You got the Speedway right here.
Yes, we do.
Right.
Yes,
you got pro teams.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
There's black people here.
Yes, we do have black people.
So, I mean, it's not bad. We really,
you have a lot of nice young people out here too.
Yeah, and real estate is cheaper than like Miami, LA, Boston.
Yeah. Real estate is definitely booming out here for sure.
For
sure. Yeah.
I gotta spend more time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, you definitely got to come back out here.
But that's probably why I wasn't here sooner, because I thought it wasn't that interesting.
Yeah, nah, we gotta let go of that stigma, man. So what are we talking about today, man? Let's get into why the reason as to why we're here. Obviously, this is the Wise and Wealthy podcast, so we're gonna be focused mainly on the ideas of how we become wise and wealthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, break that down. What does it mean to be wise to you? What does that mean?
First of all, I think being wise has to do with like always seeking information and knowledge, like the idea to continuously be learning something.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying everybody needs to be on like a money chase, because we all have different things. We all need money. Yeah. So I think there's a certain type of time and energy I feel like whoever you are, you should spend, at least get like some investment knowledge if you don't want to go crazy millionaire, billionaire type of vibe, which that's not necessary for everyone. Some people cool with the 6 figures. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine.
Yeah.
So I think the wise part is like, okay, what can I learn? What can continuously stimulate me? Oh, I never didn't learn this in school. Oh, I didn't learn that in school. Oh, a friend of mine is doing this. Let's see what's going on with that. Right. So really learning how money works.
Yeah.
You need to know that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that.
Right.
So understanding how money works, I think is contributing to the wise part. I think it's like, it's a necessity.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's, for me, what it means to be wise, I think is just being very intentional about what you're learning and how you apply it to your life.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think with wisdom, there has to be application involved. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people have this understanding of becoming wealthy and neglect the idea that there's some game planning and some some mindset things that need to be
Yeah.
involved. And that's where wisdom comes into play. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I figure like, for me, how I see, the idea of, becoming someone that is to be seen as wealthy, it's first gonna have to start with intention. You know what
I
I'm
agree.
saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, how do I become intentional about my everyday that allows me to get closer and closer to my goals? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
So
I think when you look at it like that, you can take the day on a little differently.
yeah,
You know what I mean? If more people thought like all I have is today,
yeah,
and these are different categories of different pockets of my day that I need to hit. Let's
mm-hmm.
say myself,
Yeah,
family.
mm-hmm.
Maybe I want to learn something new.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm studying. Maybe I'm hitting that gym. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I got to take care of a little one. Maybe I got to
mm-hmm.
take care of an elder.
Yeah,
Like you hit every area of the stuff that you need to take care of.
mm-hmm.
You will literally touch all the areas that will make you better and make
Yeah,
you a little bit more whole every single day.
right.
I think when you approach things like that, you can have a successful day.
Yeah,
Like every day
absolutely.
will be a success.
Yeah,
I hate when
yeah,
people waste time, because it's like you're wasting the gift.
yeah,
If people waste time intentionally, and they be
yeah.
and they be and
It's
they be
crazy, bro.
BSing, they be like, "Oh, I didn't see my phone.
Yeah,
I don't be on my
nah.
phone." Like everyone's on their phone.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah.
Everybody got the phone next to them.
Right.
Like, come on.
Nah, I think one key thing, like one principle I hold on dear to me is like the concept of the fact that tomorrow doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
Right? Because
Yeah.
you gotta think about it. Not in a cryptic way of like every day is not promised, but
Yeah.
essentially the fact of the matter is right now, tomorrow doesn't exist yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, so if we use that idea to allow us to place ourselves more in the present, then we see more value in the time that we're currently utilizing. You know what I'm saying?
That was pretty profound, bro.
Bro, for real.
No,
Think about
I'm
that.
serious.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's why I said it was profound.
I appreciate
Like,
that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope I'm in the moment.
Yeah.
Letting you know how profound that is.
Yeah, nah, for real, bro.
Yeah.
Because think about it, like, you get into a situation where you're always procrastinating things and just pushing things off to the side. It then decreases the value of your today, and then you're increasing the value or the perceived value of what tomorrow would be.
And it doesn't really exist.
Tomorrow doesn't even exist yet. Like,
bro,
the box of tomorrow doesn't exist yet. Like, we don't know what tomorrow is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
we spend a lot of time hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of time with hoping.
That's one part.
Yeah.
The other part is even something I learned recently, which is, over 90% of our thoughts are still from yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So how can we decide to move forward?
So good.
Most of our thoughts
give them an example on that, on the 90%. So what would be
that's easy.
An example of a 90% thought that's from easy, yesterday, bro. That we still holding on to?
So easy. And this is one that everybody uses.
What's this one?
One is your emotions of yesterday, right?
How you feel about something?
How you feel about whatever it is you're even currently doing, right? Because let's say you had a bad day yesterday.
Yeah.
Your thoughts would be still thinking about the things that occurred yesterday that were bad, quote unquote, that you're now carrying into your next day.
Yo,
right?
Yeah.
Now you're carrying into your next day feelings of yesterday that no longer exist. Yesterday no longer exists.
How does someone not do that? Give an example. How they not do that?
In my opinion, the best way
they had let's say they failed. Let's say someone's trying to get their license.
Yeah.
Failed the driving test. They got to set up a new one.
Yeah.
So damn, I just failed my driving test.
I'm about to go even deeper than that.
Okay, go ahead.
Somebody failed their driver's test. Yeah. It's like whatever. Bro. I've adapted a brand new concept of failure doesn't exist.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things I've literally used my mind to like get out of.
Okay.
In order to push me into where I feel like I am today.
Right? All right, let's go.
What do I mean by that? Yeah. Right. So the idea of failure not existing means this. Failure is your perception. Right? Failure is your perception.
It is.
So you could decide what failure is.
100%.
So I'm deciding that failure doesn't exist.
Okay, so what is it? A lesson?
So think about it this way.
Yeah.
Right? Think about it.
Or is it nothing? Is it a lesson or is it nothing? Or is it just
I mean, you
result?
So failure essentially is to say you're labeling something as failure, right? I wouldn't label anything as failure. I'm labeling it as an experience. So to use your verbiage, it's an experience.
It's
failure
is
an experience.
What
do I mean by that? What I mean is this, right? Your story's never finished until the whistle blows anyway. right? So if your idea of failure is, let's say, the driver's test thing, right?
Mm.
Your idea of failure is that you failed the driving test. Now you can't drive. Well, with your perception, you're thinking potentially, and this is just a normal person, right?
Yeah, because I got my license.
Yeah.
I'm straight. I'm straight.
With your perception, you're thinking to yourself, well, now I'm not able to drive
Okay.
today. With someone else's perception, they can potentially think a thought, which is just it's a normal thought, because what happens is when you have a thought, it changes your mood, it changes your emotions, right? So one person can have a thought of, I failed my driver's test. Another person can think, well, if I did pass my driver's test today, then all of my family members would be asking me to take them on an errand today.
Yeah.
Do I feel like taking them on an errand today? Do I feel like being stuck in rush hour traffic? Do I like, there's a lot of different areas in your mind that you could start to go into. Am I ready to even be on the road? Right? Maybe it's better for me to come next week to pass, because then the person that I'm supposed to pay is going to allow me to get my license for free. Like, because here's the problem. We're so fixated on what our reality is in the moment that, and usually we attach like negative imaginations to these things before they even play out. Why not use the same imagination you have for your own good?
Okay, give me an example.
That example right there, right? Okay, you didn't pass this time, but if you did pass this time, they would have made you pay for your license.
Okay.
Being that
I saved money
this time, you save money. So now your perception of failure is different now.
Yeah.
Because saving money is not failure.
It's not.
But that was your end result.
That's a fact. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So really, how I see failure is not just that failure doesn't exist, is that failure is not the end of the story.
What if we just remove the whole word in general?
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point, because then it removes the idea of the emotion now negatively affecting you. Because if you go home with the emotions of, I failed this driving test, now everything you do for the rest of the day is within that state of being, and you're not elevating at your highest state of being with that emotion on you.
Do people even know like what it would mean to elevate at the highest state of being? I don't think people even know that.
Yeah, that's
and I think
a little challenging.
It's kind of like, and you know what? I'm reminded by this every time I see somebody that's overweight, like severely overweight.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is, and there's no shots at all, but my example is, I'll leave you a Lamborghini. It's left to you. Yeah. Right? You inherited it.
Yeah.
Now, you don't get no rules, you don't get no instructions. You driving it how you feel.
Yeah.
You treating it how you feel.
Yeah.
Right? You putting whatever type of gas in it. It work, it don't work, it might work, it might act up, don't act up. Don't worry, you getting it, you driving it. However, it go. Yeah. So we're gifted with Lamborghini that we inherit, our bodies. Yeah. And if we're not properly hydrating it, we're not properly nourishing it, we're not properly working out with it, if we're not properly stimulating our mindset, if we're not centering ourselves, like all the things that allow you to be, like leveling and operating at the highest level, right? You're abusing the self.
It's essentially mismanaging it.
Yeah, and if you're abusing self, because you don't have a respect or understanding of what you have. Yeah. So it's kind of like, if you knew that if you just treated yourself differently, connected to whatever the higher being is for you, God or the universe, or whatever you may believe in, ground yourself, take some time for yourself, eat proper foods, be around people that are wanting more, right? That you would become more and start to vibrate at a higher level. Yeah, yeah. But a lot of people just existing. Yeah, yeah. But a lot of
it's easier to exist.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
I was gonna say with the program, but you're right. It is easier.
It's easier to exist. Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, you gotta think about it. Like the idea of being. Yeah, you might have to clip it instead. Did you just put the whole thing in your pocket? Yeah, that's how mine came out too. Where can we pick up from, if possible? Do you know where, or we have to start all over?
No, you don't have to start over. I'm
Okay.
trying to remember the last point you talked about.
Because we could just switch the frame.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can always just go to a different
Yeah.
frame.
Okay.
How's it now?
What? Say something.
Test 1 2 1 2. No.
No.
Is it this thing?
You got to push all the way. Push all the way. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah. Is it on?
Test 1 2. Sweet. Okay. We straight?
Yeah. See if we get it over here.
Test 1 2 3 1 2 3. We good?
Okay. All right. Cool. So what was the last thing you said?
Got shot over here?
Nah, it's still recording.
Okay. All right.
What was the last thing you said?
Talking about the Lambo body.
Yeah.
And abusing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said something about. Damn, you said something about. Oh, just existing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, well, it's easier. It's easier to be lazy, honestly, than to. Because think about it, like to do something that is worth courage that other people could, can call you out for or can comment or give you feedback about. It takes a lot of courage to do that. A lot of people aren't willing to put themselves out there. It's easier to be lazy than to actually give in effort into something.
No, that's a fact.
Like, so, I mean, but as far as elevating as your highest self, I mean, it's I don't want it to sound like super like duper like fairy tale spiritually, like, but the whole idea really is like we're always gonna be our best self when we're our most happiest. And I guess when I say elevating at your highest levels, it really just means happiness, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's how you classify it?
It really just means happiness. And when I say happiness, it's to say I'm waking up, I'm deciding to live my life in such a way that I desire to. It's basically, I saw Alex Hormozzi's post this. It was saying that the chief goal in your life is to have your perfect day look identical to your everyday.
Yeah, I like that.
Right? It's like my perfect day, like what do I want to eat on my perfect day? What do I want to drink? What do I want to wear? How do I want to smell? Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Like, if you actually write all that out and see what that looks like, to like imagine your perfect day and like continuously work every day to make your life look like that, to me, that's...
So you just kind of gave me an idea.
What's up?
All right, so boom. My first digital product was, damn, what was the name of it? I definitely had a name of it. I don't remember the name. Oh, it was Millionaire Mindset.
Okay.
So essentially, what the Millionaire Mindset was, it was a 30-day productivity and accountability program.
Yeah.
That I gave 100% guarantee if you did the program, you would be better. Mm-hmm. Right. So essentially, what I did was I packaged up my morning routine. Yeah. So I said, if you read, did your audiobook, your affirmation, took your notes, went to the gym, went for a walk, wrote down the things you wanted to accomplish, today, tomorrow, actually accomplish those things, meditated. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You would be better. And if you did that for 30 days, there's no way you would be the same person. Right. Right? So basically, what you're saying, what if we took that structure, that format, and we added in perfect day elements? Yeah. Let's say the perfect day elements would be like, I live in LA. So let's say it's like, go to the beach, add in a hike. Yeah. Add in a walk. Yeah. Some, maybe have lunch outside. Reach out to a family member. Talk to a stranger. Yeah. Donate some money to such and such. Like, you can carve out your perfect day. So if you did the perfect day stuff, and then you did like, the Millionaire Mindset stuff, you just put those together, and that was what your day was. Yeah. Every day. Yeah. You could you could literally achieve it, and you could operate in that space.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be your highest self, because you would be operating because we only do things because we feel like it.
Yeah.
And most of the time when you feel like it should be out of being happy. Like most of the time the things you should do are it's because you're doing it out of being happy. Now, why you want to be happy is not just the osmosis idea of, oh, I should just be live a happy life. It's because literally when you're happy, you're doing the best things you can do. Like that's when you're at your best at whatever it is you're doing. So think about it. When Steph Curry is happy on the court, he's dropping 60. It's just inevitable, right?
Yeah.
It's to say like, this is who I am. This is my arena. This is my realm. This is my zen. This is where I elevate at the highest level because of the frequency I'm on. You know,
can people be happy with being angry? No. So I'll give you an example. This is why I say that.
Yeah.
You know how like, let's say you and I got in an argument, right? But you really like got me there in an argument. And let's say I had a game. I was hooping. I had a game that same evening. Yeah. What if I just transmuted that energy? Like Kobe, that's the Mamba mentality. Yeah. Transmuted that energy into me playing basketball. Yeah. I dropped 40, dropped 60.
So that's still happiness.
That's still happiness?
That's because he's in his zen. And when I say happiness, it's like where you desire to be.
Okay.
Like Kobe desires to be in a place. Mike, they desired to be in a place where they were angry at you. Yeah, that's still their happiness. Even though they may not be smiling. Yeah. In their heart, they are smiling though, funny enough. Because it's like, this is exactly where get me mad. This is because you hear stuff like that, like Kobe will say stuff like, or you'll hear stuff like Mike will say stuff like, I used to make people try to get me angry so it could fuel me up.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's his happiness.
Yeah, that's his zone.
You see what I'm saying? That's his zone. So to answer your question, because it's the same as, because that's his perfect day.
Yeah. His
perfect day is, you hate me, so I'm going to take it out on you on the court.
So are you more so, I'm going to get myself happy, or are you more so like, get me angry and I'm going to be in my zone happy?
For me, I'm internal all the way. I don't need external forces, because I look at life as being, my chief aim is to be as self-sufficient as possible.
Gotcha.
I feel like self-sufficiency is the highest value on earth. Like, self-sufficiency is what garners the most respect.
I like it. That makes sense. Yeah.
Self-sufficiency is like the aim of life. It's to say, when I wake up, I can do whatever it is I need to do because I'm the one making it happen for myself. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's on a very physical level. I think for me specifically, I know that my identity is tied to me being someone that believes in God and also believes that I'm a son of God. But as far as the physical element, it's more so to say, through that identity, I can now be this person that I desire to be, or who I believe God designed me to be. You see what I'm saying? So that's the whole idea of it, But the value is the self-sufficiency, because think about it. LeBron James, a lot of these individuals, right? Like, especially in their realm, like when they step into anywhere they are, the value is being seen in the idea that you can't tell him how to eat better. You can't tell him how to be a better basketball player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we have specialists, we have things like that. Maybe it's some business.
Yeah. There's some coaches, there's your mentors.
We're talking about from a holistic perspective.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like, you can't talk to him about money. Like, you can't talk to him about a lot of different things. But it's really the idea of the fact that he worked in his skill set in order to get himself to that level. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's where I see the most value, is in saying, I'm known for this, and this is my realm of power.
Gotcha.
This is my realm of respect. This is my realm of value. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it.
Are you happy right now?
I am happy, bro. And it takes the funny thing about it is, we talked a little bit about, like, just personal and business, and how these things like work hand in hand, like, and I know a lot of people have the desire of being wealthy or making a lot of money, but like, people don't just wake up and stumble on being wealthy. Like, there's a systematic approach to all of it, and for me, I'm so focused on finding the right formula for continuing the growth journey that I'm on.
I think that's a good way to explain it.
Yeah.
Because it is and it can be a formula.
Yeah.
And I think if you look for formulas and equations that will result in a mainstay of happiness or whatever that level is, then it's easy.
Yeah.
Like LeBron knows, we can stay with LeBron. He knows he waking up at XY time, hitting the gym, hitting the conditioning, training, hitting the food, nap time, family time, solo time.
It's all there.
It's all, and how he does it is gonna result in So that makes sense. Yeah. And everyone can do that for themselves. Yeah.
What's so crazy is like everybody, like we talk about this idea of everybody wanting to be rich, everybody wanting to be wealthy, and maybe not necessarily knowing or understanding that it's a process, right? Because like we don't even know about processes anymore. Just as human beings, bro.
No, it's a fact.
We don't know about agriculture. We don't know about how long it takes for fruit trees to grow. Like, we don't know. All we know is the microwave. All we know is fast food. All we know is rush hour traffic.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know nothing about getting on a horse. We don't know nothing about walking miles. We don't know nothing about that. So, for the most part,
no one wants to do nothing hard.
We don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Even okay. Let's think about my journey here.
Yeah.
Even traveling from the house to the airport.
Yeah.
Flying across the country.
Yeah.
Jumping on another plane. Right.
You forgot something.
Then get in the car. What's that?
At the airport, printing out your boarding pass.
Yep. Print out the boarding pass.
Or downloading the app to get your boarding pass.
Yep.
You're saying things that come second nature to you now that you've been traveling.
That's true.
A lot of people, you know how many times I've had a phone call like, yo, Wasi, you're the only person I know that's always traveling. How do I get my boarding pass?
All right.
I'm at the airport.
So let's bring it back. Getting to the airport.
Yes.
Uber, Lyft, taxi.
All that.
Drop off.
All that.
Airport, right?
Yeah.
App with your boarding pass. Print out your boarding pass.
Yeah.
Bag tags. Drop the bag off.
Everything, bro.
Show your ID. Go to security.
Yeah.
Then this is where I feel like it really needs to be formulated. Because I'm not trying to wait in that crazy line.
No.
And most people don't know, if you get access to global entry, you'll get access to TSA pre-check, and you can actually get the next level and combine it with clear. You're going to skate right through. Keep your clothes on. Keep your laptop in your bag.
Keep your dignity.
Keep your dignity, for real. Straight through.
Yeah.
Then plane, in this case.
Yeah.
Another plane.
Yeah.
And then drive.
Yeah.
Right? But again, how you figure out to drive.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of intention.
Map, app. Yeah. What are we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're right, it's a lot.
It's
a lot of people wouldn't have done that. They'd be like,
that's what I'm saying.
You got virtual?
That's what I'm saying. Everything is a process now. So think about it, right? Like we as a society have gone away from processes.
Yeah.
So now that, and when I say process, like natural processing, because obviously you have artificial processing with food and things like that, which is a whole nother problem.
I was thinking about just the process of how someone would operate their life.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, we don't even understand what a process is because we don't even see processes just on a normal basis
anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like if you grew up on a farm, or if you grew up knowing how to grow a tree, or whatever the case is, if you just knew how to just grow anything out the ground, then you would then have a conceptual idea that things take time.
Yeah.
But
makes sense.
But when you grow up with a microwave, when you grow up with fast food, when you grow up with these things, now you don't even understand the concept of what it means for
so you think everything's gonna be quick.
Exactly. Not even just it being quick. That a process doesn't exist.
Oh,
that's entirely different from everything being quick. Because you might think that there's a process, but it's a quick process. No, we are now conditioned to believe that there is no process. It's just I'm waking up and I'm being a millionaire. But what's so crazy is what I like doing is I like reverse engineering. So I would do a Venn diagram of all the people I would potentially want to learn from and all the people that I don't. And then I started picking and choosing the differences.
And put them in the middle?
Not even just putting anything in the middle, because for the most part, there's not a lot of things in the middle.
Gotcha.
The Venn diagram is to show the difference. Is to show the wealthy individual has a morning routine and potentially the non-healthy one does not. Now, I mean, the wealthy one does not, right? I mean, the non-wealthy one does not, right? So think about it this way. Let's talk about the likelihood of something. let me tell you this, right? Let me tell you a short story. I have a friend. He is a top level executive at Stripe, right? And
Well, can he help people like?
No, for real.
Can he help people like get their accounts
yeah,
like unstuck?
Accounts, yeah, seriously.
Listen,
Actually,
there's a lot of y'all right now that probably got some money stuck in Stripe.
One of my
or
accounts,
Stripe shut down.
Yeah, one of my accounts is actually, that's a whole nother story. They're reserving like 25% of everything coming in that
That's
account.
terrible.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can't have no money going in no more.
Yeah,
do you need another processor? You got another processor?
I have another processor.
Okay. Yeah, I got a friend that's processor.
Yeah. So
they don't need that 25%.
Yeah, they don't, bro.
That's crazy.
And they're a full cash business.
No, 100%.
So they don't really have expenses. And they don't even have a lot of employees.
It's a really smart
business model. Trust me. Yeah. Bro, they transacted, that's a whole nother story. They transacted 1% of the global GDP, bro.
I believe that.
Last year.
I believe that.
Stripe, the company.
I believe
that's
it.
Crazy.
Yeah. Their branding, they got really great branding because as soon as somebody starts a business, like, yo, I need a Stripe account.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like saying I need Kleenex or Q-tips.
Right.
No one knows what that actually called.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No one calls it a cotton swab.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah. They just call it a Stripe. I just need a Stripe.
What's the real word for a tissue?
A tissue.
Well, Kleenex.
Oh, Kleenex. Okay. Kleenex. Yeah. Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. Let me get a Kleenex.
Power branding.
Which is, that is power branding. Yeah. It's like people don't even know what a payment processor is, but they know what a Stripe account is.
100%.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
A payment processor is Stripe.
But that's what I'm saying. So, like, you be like, oh, my Stripe's not working. Can I get another Stripe?
Yeah.
But you really want a different payment processor. But it's Stripe to you.
But but it's Stripe to you. Yeah, exactly.
Yo, what Stripe you got?
Yeah,
you know
that's crazy.
Crazy. Branding, yo. That branding will get you the money.
Nah, for real. Back to Stripe though. So I have a friend. He's an executive at Stripe, right? And man, he's done some great stuff there. I mean, he's generated a lot of money over there. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of the founding members of Stripe, really. So he was like, "Bro, let me show you one thing that I do." And I was like, he said he read this book, and there was a workout that he does.
What's the book?
I forgot the book was. I'll probably plug it in the video and I'll send it to you later. But there was a workout that he did, which is about a 30-minute workout that he does every day. Right? Now, he showed me how many consecutive days he did that workout. Yeah, bro. 1,500 straight days he did that workout. To that point that we were on the airplane together.
Which is 5 years.
Bro.
He's like 5 years.
5 years of doing a workout straight. Now, where on the Venn diagram is he going? Is that gentleman going on the wealthy side of things that wealthy people do or non-wealthy people do?
He's going on the wealthy side.
If you do something for 1,500 times straight, that's a wealthy side attribute. Yeah. Which means to say, even if you don't know what you want to do with your life, if you could decide to say there's something that I do very well that people notice me for, that people call me about. If you're someone they're always calling you for advice, or you're someone they're always calling you to take videos for you, always calling you to do photos, always calling you for stock market advice, whatever the case may be, right? If you apply intention on just that alone, you're going to end up on that side. Yeah, you can't end up on this side.
That's a fact.
You can't end up on the non-wealthy side because that's not a non-wealthy attribute. Doing something 15. And when I say doing something, I mean something that you know is moving you closer to where you want to be. Yeah. Right? Doing something 1,500 straight times is going to benefit you more to become wealthy than it's going to do for you to not be wealthy.
100%.
And so what I look for is the reverse engineering of that in every facet of life. So so when we talk about physical health, right? Is physical health something important to a non-wealthy person or to a wealthy person or to a non-wealthy person? A wealthy person. So guess what? Now I'm deciding to become even much more physically healthy.
Was you not before?
I wasn't before. Okay. No.
You stepping that up.
Yeah, I had to step it up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I realized that it's really the intention in doing something because the belief has to be there. Yeah. The reason why non-wealthy people are not wealthy is because they don't believe it first.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you believed it, then you would have the intention of working it out.
That's crazy because now what you're really saying is it has less to do with the result, which you're going to get anyway.
Yes.
More to do with the intention and the action.
Yes.
And when you do the intention and the action, the result that you want is going to happen anyway.
It has to.
But no one talks about doing the actual work. So basically, when I'm like, yo, did you go to the gym today?
And
Yes.
I'm going to tell you yes.
Yes
I
or
was
no?
in the gym at 5:45
Yeah.
a.m. this morning.
Well, look.
Right.
Did you go to the gym today? Yes or no?
Yeah.
That's the result, not the intention.
Yes.
The intention is, I'm like, yo, did you do arms today?
Right.
Because the result would have been like, yeah, I did the workout.
Yeah.
So it's like a paradigm shift when you look at it, what people are thinking about. So it's like, I want to be a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the result.
That's not
the intention should be, I want to build a profitable business.
Yeah.
I want to have I want to be more financial literate.
Yeah.
I want to be, I want to, help as many people as possible with XYZ.
Yeah.
Because the result is this. So if your intention is on a result, you can possibly even that bar for the result might move further and further away.
Right.
Because you're not doing the actions that's going to give you the result.
Let me show you.
Because the result's not the action.
Exactly.
The result's the result.
Let me show you the difference.
Damn.
Did you know that there's not even just that, bro? Did you know that there's a difference between being a millionaire and having $1 million?
Yeah, facts. Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between being a millionaire and having $1 million. See, a lot of people, they don't want to be a millionaire.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, they just want the $1 million.
They want $1 million.
Because they can get $1 million.
You could get $1 million, but to be a millionaire, what it means to be a million or a multi-millionaire.
I like that. What it means to be a millionaire.
What it means to be a multi-millionaire is simply this. It's being someone. Because think about it. There's a lot of people that have $1 million. If you win the lottery, you are not a millionaire.
Yeah. No, I was literally gonna say that.
If you win the lottery, you have $1 million. The reason why it's a difference is because once that million is spent, you are no longer a millionaire.
Hold on, let me see. Because if not,
truth or false?
No, that's all the way true. Let me see. The reason why I'm looking at this, that's a great name for a book, bro.
Yeah. What it means to be a millionaire. Yeah. That's a fire name. Yeah. I got to put that together.
Like that. We have to call after that.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do that, bro. We can collaborate.
Because look at this one.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
And this one is how to become. But it's not who wants to. It's not that.
Yeah.
What it means to be.
What it means to be a millionaire is
because that's really the
it's different.
Yeah.
Because think about it again. Conceptually speaking, someone that made the someone that won the lottery, they have $1 million. They did not become a millionaire, right? Why they didn't become a millionaire is because once that $1 million is spent, they no longer have $1 million. But being a millionaire is an identity. Like and when I say being a millionaire, I'm more so saying being wealthy is an identity. It's an aura. It's an energy. Like you know it and you sense it when you're around it. You know what I'm saying? So for most people it's like, for me to be where I want to be, they feel like they need a lot of money in their pocket. Yeah. Well, wait. Even if you have a lot of money in your pocket, you still can't be seen as someone that's potentially a millionaire, because how can you make it consistent? And you can only find consistency when you are a specific individual. That's why you're not going to be consistent being a lottery winner, right? Because for a lottery winner to consistently be a millionaire, they have to consistently win the lottery.
Yeah.
And you can't do that.
You can't do that, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, but what it takes to be wealthy or become a millionaire, multi-millionaire, there's a method to it. So now, even if you, however, which way life could turn to whereas you backtrack or you lose the actual funds in your account, you're still a millionaire, which is what allows you to even bounce back. People that do bankruptcy, you got Elon Musk, people like that. Like, it's like, I lost all this money. Trump. Yeah. Trump does not have $1 million. Elon Musk is not just someone that has $1 million. These are people that are people. These are people that are wealthy. So the money's going to follow them, not because of what's in their account, but because of what's in their minds, with their ideas, their mindset, their belief. They believe that they're wealthy people, which is what allows them to carry it out. See, a lot of people think you need it in your pocket to become the person.
No, 100%.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's why we're talking about the result. People are fixated on the result.
If you're fixated on the result, you're not going to find the result. Because what's so funny is that Elon Musk's idea was not to become rich. If you ask him what his grand idea is, because you want to know how? This is how we know that wealthy people's idea is not to become rich. You want to know how?
How?
Because they're still going after more of it.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Think about that. Because a lottery winner, what do? They get their $1 million and they do what?
Spend it.
They spend it.
Yeah, they spend it. It was.
Are we learning here?
It was spent.
Are we learning here?
It was spent as soon as they got
we
it.
know that Elon Musk. We know that his goal in life is not to be rich because he's already there and you can still see that he's going after
Progressing.
more.
Yeah.
A lottery winner's idea potentially is to be rich, and when they find the winning ticket number, that's all that they wanted, and that's all they'll get. They'll just get the money, and guess what? That money is going to run as fast as it can to the person that knows how to manage it the best. Because money is going to be mastered by those who know how to manage it. Money is going to be mastered. It's going to be... So the people that can master money are those that know how to manage it.
Yeah, right.
That's why the money's going to run away from a lottery winner. That's why some of our NBA players potentially would get nice heavy contracts back in the 90s and run it all the way down.
Or even now.
You know what I'm saying? Or even now, yeah, same idea. But the whole idea is like that's how you can differentiate the difference between someone who is wealthy versus someone who just wants to be rich. So if you do want to be rich, that can't be your goal. Your goal can't be to be rich if you want to be rich. Being rich is a byproduct of becoming someone.
Of the activity.
Of becoming someone. Yeah. Why Elon Musk is rich is not because he wanted to be rich. Elon Musk is rich because he wants to do crazy stuff like send human beings into space and live on different planets. Guess what? That idea comes with money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That idea comes with wealth. So it's not you thinking you want to be wealthy that brings the money. It's you believing yourself to be someone that is to make a specific impact or to just impact people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, people are the greatest resource anyway. So even if you're investing into people, like that still does yield the idea of being seen as someone who's a wealthy individual. Because guess what? What means more to a human being than money is access. I mean, there's a popular
status too.
Well, yeah. but access comes with status. Yeah. So I mean, because that's kind of one and the same.
Yeah.
But there's a popular individual now that got his house raided, that he has money, but there's a certain level of access that he doesn't have that allowed that situation to happen.
Yeah.
There are people that have similar situations that also have the money, but also have the access where that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So is it really just money we're looking for? It causes us to think sometimes like, maybe that's not even what we really want anyway. Maybe it really is just the access. Because there's access that money can't even buy.
No, 100%. Yeah.
There's access that money can't buy. There's people that can't talk to you. There's people that can't talk to me, whether they have money or not. Not out of anything other than the fact that they just don't have the access. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
You know
but if you got money,
yeah,
money can also help you get the access.
That's the point, though. Money can help you get the access.
A lot of access.
But there's
still levels.
Level. There's levels of access.
Yeah.
There's levels of access.
That's facts.
Like, imagine having all the money in the world, but not being able to spend it on something that you need access for.
Yeah, true.
That's even more painful than not having the money.
Facts. Because you got it, you can't do
because you got it, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's really about becoming the person. Now, becoming the person looks like just stacking the odds in your favor. I tell people all the time, like, the whole idea is to stack the odds in your favor. Create that Venn diagram. The wealthy on one side, the non-wealthy on the other side. And then what I started doing, I started just doing an audit of my life.
Yeah, I do.
What are the things that I'm doing that are on this side versus this side? Yeah. And how do I move from this side to this side?
So do you think it's important that people, and I heard Marcus, you know Marcus Rosier?
Yeah.
We talked about this too. To have like a think day or some think hours so they can do that work. Yeah. Because they people won't do that work if they don't have a pocket of time to do the work.
Right.
And I would argue and say a majority of people aren't taking time to think or be by themselves to do personal self audit analysis.
Yeah.
So they can even come up with a diagram.
That I can go on and on about that.
Yeah.
That just goes back to not only just programming but lifestyle, because most people, everybody has time.
No, 100%.
Everybody has time.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's just how we decide to utilize that time.
Yeah.
Like for people to say like, okay, I don't have time to.
Do we got paper right now?
Huh?
Is there any paper?
Maybe.
Is it paper around?
Paper. Do we have paper?
Is it paper around?
We can work on getting paper.
Yeah.
So
I would love to show somebody a diagram.
Yeah, for real, for sure. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they can look at it. Yeah. So I mean, so while we wait for the paper, to me, it's just the idea to say like, at the end of the day, we're gonna find if you fight so hard for an excuse,
Yeah, you're gonna find it.
the excuse is gonna win.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about you being in a boxing ring.
Didn't Myron say something like that? If you fight hard for you get your excuse, you get to keep on something like that?
He probably did say that. Yeah, he probably did say that. Like literally, like if you fight so hard for your excuse, it's gonna win at the end of the day. Because think about it, you're in the boxing ring, right, and you're trying to fight against the odds. You're the one that knows about your excuse. Your eyes don't know nothing about your excuse. Think about that. Think about that conceptually. Like right now, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the odds against you, right? Well, whatever your opposition is, right? Whatever your opposition is, let's say, for instance, for most people watching this right now, it may be the idea of living a financially free life, or being, or coming out of poverty, or whatever the case may be, right? That opposition knows nothing about you. They don't know nothing about your excuses. You're the one that brings your excuses to the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
Yeah.
They didn't wake up. Your opposition didn't wake up saying Brandon has this excuse that we want to use against him. You're the one that brings it to the ring. So when you have your opposition, you have your dukes up, and your opposition is across from you. You're trying to fight this battle of life, and you're holding on to your excuse. Your excuse is on your shoulder. Your excuse is on your back. Your excuse is wherever it's at.
Yeah.
Now,
and that's kind of like what people go through.
Literally.
Yeah, and what they hold on to.
So when it's like, not even just what they hold on to, what they decide to hold on to.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is deciding to do these things, right? So it's the idea of saying, all right, for one, I'm looking at myself saying, I'm in the ring, and my excuse is right next to me. It's on me. It's on my back. It's on my shoulder. And when the opposition throws a swing, the excuse on my right shoulder is whispering to me, yo, this punch is gonna hurt, but we still got to take it anyway, because my excuse today is I don't feel good. I didn't wake up on time.
Yeah. Or I can't parry a punch.
I can't do this. I'm black.
Yeah.
I'm this. I'm that. Whatever excuse you have pertaining to why you can't elevate your own self, right? Like, your excuse for not being healthy can't be because you're black. I'm sorry. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many of us in our community are living thriving lives being healthy? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, there's ways in which we can decide not to be unhealthy so that we can be healthy anyway, right? Like, whatever, in whichever way we look at that, right? Or I work too much, or I have too many jobs, or whatever the case may be. Like, we can still find time to be able to not do things, because for the most part, it may not even be to go out and do anything. Some things may just be, don't drink soda. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not telling you to go and buy like gallons of alkaline water. Just decide for the rest of the week you're not going to drink soda. That's so now.
That's already a step. That's already
exactly.
A step. Yeah,
so now you don't have that excuse that you're fighting, because at the end of the day, if your excuse is with you in the battle ring, your excuse is going to win, and then your opposition is going to knock you out. 100%. Your opposition not even knowing what your excuse is. Yeah. Your excuse is whispering to you. Your excuse is not whispering to
you're making your own stuff vulnerable.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So when we talk about stacking the odds in our favor, we have the wealthy over here, and then we have the non-wealthy over here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So what was the title of the book again?
What was the title?
It was like how to make something.
You know, what it means to be a millionaire.
What it means to be a millionaire. So what it means is stacking the odds in your favor.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So
put it there.
Yeah, stacking the odds in your favor. Right? So sometimes it doesn't have to be I have a whole roadmap about what I want to do. Sometimes it can just literally be what am I doing now, today, currently, or what am I not doing, that I could be doing, right? So just doing a survey of your life, how you're eating, right? Are you deciding to be in the gym or not? Wealthy is in the gym.
Yeah.
Like, let's stop. Let's just stop. Like, let's just stop like making excuses for ourselves. Because guess what? Nowadays, like for instance, for me in my bedroom, I have a like an office treadmill. So it doesn't have the arms. It's just
a walk. Like a walking pad.
It's like literally just a walking treadmill, but it goes pretty quick though. It'll go 4 speed, right? And when it's 4 speed, I mean, that's pretty much like a little more than a light jog. Like you can actually break a sweat in your bedroom with this thing on. So you won't even need to actually physically go to the gym. You can wake up and just get on your treadmill,
be active,
right?
Yeah,
being active,
daily activity.
So we could just leave that there, right? Eating healthy, eating right, okay? Your nutrition, right? So I mean, somebody that's not wealthy doesn't care about their nutrition. Someone that is wealthy needs their nutrition because they know that their nutrition is what's going to allow them to be their best self for that day.
Facts.
Meaning, how do I feel? Do I even feel like going to this meeting? Do I feel like being on the phone? Well, for what it's worth, your food has a lot to do with how you feel. Are you bloated? Are you, struggling? Are you like sluggish? Like a lot of that has to do with your nutrition. For me, what allows me to even wake up in the morning is the fact that I had a hearty meal towards the end of the night. So I'll have a salad to go to bed, knowing that in the morning I'm gonna be able to get up because I didn't give myself heavy stuff at night, right? So we're talking about nutrition. We're also talking about mentoring. Like non-wealthy people, they don't have mentors. What do you need a mentor for if you're not wealthy? I don't need no mentor. But guess what? Someone that's wealthy or wants to become wealthy, they need a mentor because they need to know the next step of where they're supposed to be going.
Yeah, I would also add in there because you mentioned it indirectly, that self accountability.
Yeah.
Right, because you mentioned it with the salad.
Yeah.
So knowing, okay, maybe I need to either stop doing something, stop eating something, or I have something that isn't necessarily the highest nutrition. Yeah. So I'm gonna eat salad next time or something. Or I'm gonna make sure I get my workout in or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, just really being aware. Just being self-aware of what's going on, and then holding yourself accountable to what you become aware to.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely there.
I mean, what else are we adding here for the people, bro? What else?
I mean, there's a lot. So I would say reading.
Reading, yes.
Reading/study.
Yes.
You know, I think reading/study should definitely go in there.
Yeah.
You know, I think communication should be up in there.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Learning communication skills.
Another thing I would say is putting yourself out there. Like networking and letting people know what you got going on. I think should be there. Yeah. Because that's gonna attract.
really what I'll put is skill building.
Skill building, I like that.
So literally in all ways possible, basically being self-aware of what skills you need and going out of your way to build those skills. So that could be communication, networking, this, that, whatever the case is. More so being someone who's inquisitive about where they're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying?
How about relationships? Like fostering good relationships.
Yeah. Healthy relationships.
Yeah, because then with that you can add in, that could be friends and family.
Yeah.
And
here's the thing about
it's not always one.
And relationships deal directly with access, which is what we were just talking about, right? So the idea of having, if you're someone that is good at relationship building, then getting access is never going to be a problem for you.
That's a fact. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Relationship.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. We met. I can't remember where did we meet? I think we met on Instagram.
We met on Instagram first. Yeah. You know why? Because when you guys did the Make One Offers challenge, I think I reached out to you after that because I seen your testimonial.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, these dudes is straight.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I reached out to you right after that.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started to learn more about y'all.
Yeah. Then I think we met. Where did we meet initially first?
I think initially after
in
that,
person.
then we met at Marcus's joint in Vegas.
Yeah.
I think that was the first
recession
meeting.
proof.
Recession proof. Yeah,
Probably,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I met you outside. Yeah, you had your Tesla. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a really great start, but really, it's all about in every which way, just stacking the odds in your favor. Like stacking the odds in such a way.
Well, which way we going with it? My way?
We're gonna zoom in.
There we go. Look at that. Y'all gotta see it.
In every which way, we're looking to stack the odds in our favor because at the end of the day, like we might not always have the steps in which we want to get to. Like, okay, I need to make sure I meet this person to do that, to do that. You're not gonna have all that all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's gonna just be about being in the right place at the right time. You wanna know what's so crazy? You wanna know where you can potentially get business deals? At the gym.
Yeah.
Because guess who's at the gym?
Wealthy people.
The wealthy people.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know where you could have business deals? At the grocery store.
Yeah.
And then in the organic aisle.
Yeah.
Whatever the case. You want to know why?
Or nice restaurants.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. You want to know why? Because
wealthy people are
they
there.
take their nutrition serious and are there. Exactly. Okay. Mentoring. Let's not even talk. Let's not
Coaches,
even go there.
Events,
most of the
programs, online programs, which I said twice, but I'm thinking about in person and online programs.
Most of the most wealthy people you and I both know are from mentorships that we've personally invested in.
No, 100%. 100%. I think, honestly, another thing I would add in there, because I don't see it yet, I would even put, and maybe you wouldn't put it in a broader category, but I would put podcasting in there.
Podcasting.
Now, the reason I would put podcasting in there is not necessarily a guesting or hosting thing, but podcasting will allow you to meet mentors. It will allow you to meet coaches. It will allow you to meet higher net worth individuals. Right. It will put you in certain rooms in person or virtually, or even allow you to create those spaces.
Yeah. It's
actually a really high level, wealthy, asset, attribute.
Yeah. Essentially, how I see it really is essentially the idea of owning an audience.
Yeah.
Having an audience. Yeah. Like in
even because you can even go like
there's a lot of
because I don't want people thinking like, oh man, I need an audience. I want them to look at it like you're creating a platform. Let's say platform creation. Yeah. Because that's what it is. If you create a platform, okay, Wasi has his platform. Yeah. What did that do? It gave me the ability to be on this platform. Yeah. So if you're someone you're like, I don't got the money right now, I don't have the access right now, I don't have the status right now. Mm-hmm. You cannot have any of that, but if you have, let's say, a podcast, you can create that platform and give someone the ability, higher net worth individuals, wealthy individuals that are going to be on that side of the Venn diagram, the ability to be in a space, and then you can start getting those skills that you don't have for whatever reason that you don't have it. Yeah. Because you're creating that access.
Right, absolutely.
It's really a cheat code.
Yeah, it is a cheat code.
It's really how I got here.
Yeah, it's like free business advice. Honestly.
It's how I got here, bro.
Yeah.
Because I remember being in Boston, and I was like, yo, I got to do something different. And I felt like I never was like the pick the brain dude. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So I'm like, well, if I want to connect with business owners, founders, entrepreneurs, movers and shakers, I gotta be able to give some value. Yeah. What value do I have right now? Well, I was like, well, I like talking to people. What if I just filmed it? Right. Because at that time, I didn't look at it as a podcast. It was just interviews. Yeah. So it took me a couple of those before I realized, oh, this is a podcast. Put that into perspective. But what I was able to do was talk to business owners, talk to real estate investors, talk to founders, creators, people that built stuff. People that were higher net worth, people that were actually in different spaces that allow me to be around people, learn different things. Right. It's kind of like reading. You know how you open up a book and the book leads to a book that leads to a book? Yeah. It's like always leading to a book. Yeah. Same thing when you actually have a pod or something. You connect with somebody, they might connect with somebody else. Y'all might end up doing some stuff. And they're almost like mini coaching sessions, therapy sessions, affirmation sessions, all wrapped up into one.
And guess what?
Yeah.
They're recorded. So you can always go back to it. Yeah. Just imagine you was like, yo, can I pick your brain? Matter of fact, can I record this pick your brain session?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I'm giving you $1 million for a game for free.
Right.
Or for a sandwich.
Right.
You ain't picking my brain for a sandwich.
Yeah.
And second of all, you want to record to pick my brain for a sandwich conversation? So you can, you stole from me.
Yeah, but people,
it's like you stole from me.
Podcasting is, in how I see it, is like, if you're going to look at just having like a one-on-one with somebody, it's probably better if you allow them to just talk about them.
Well, that's why, that was the whole point.
Because at that point, now, because if you go to, hey, like, I want to box you in this little cage of Starbucks and pick your brain, nobody wants to do that.
Nobody wants to do that.
But, hey, I just booked this studio, come through and, shoot this podcast with me so that I could, so we can get your message out there while you're secretly, like, clinging into every word they have to tell you.
And they don't even gotta be a secret.
Yeah, and that's a great
But
even if it was, right? So it's like you get that access to that. So yeah, that definitely makes sense to me too. I mean, one of the most important things as far as being wealthy is concerned is obviously the mindset portion. And just the idea of like being someone that understands that you need to have a strong mindset in order to get to that wealthy portion.
I would agree.
And when you do have a strong mindset, especially a money mindset, where you're telling yourself, okay, I have to think the right thoughts, even monetarily wise, because if you don't, then you're going to be chasing what would essentially not even be there. Yeah. Because for most people don't really even understand that, like, the money mindset is within the approach of, like, essentially separating yourself from the things that non-wealthy people do. Right?
Well, really, like, money mindset would be an abundance and an attractive mindset.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's because
someone, it's not even money. It's a magnet.
It's exactly.
Yeah, it's a magnet.
Because a non-wealthy person sees money as something that they have to go and grab and attain to have
and hold.
And to hold.
Yeah.
Someone that's wealthy understands that money is going to flow whichever way it's being managed. So a wealthy mindset person is looking at placing themselves where the money is, not going out and grabbing it, right? So a wealthy person is saying, oh, I know that they're going to be spending a lot of money on e-commerce because of the latest trends. So somebody like Jeff Bezos says, I'm going to create a platform called Amazon.com, which is going to be an e-commerce site. Mm-hmm. He's not grabbing after money.
He just put himself right in the traffic.
System. Yeah, he's putting his city right there on the hill for everybody to be seen, and then from there, everybody attracts to it. And that's the whole idea of money attracting, right?
That's kind of like,
that's the whole idea of it.
I did this piece of content like a while ago, and I was like, a homeless person is smarter than you. Yeah. And you know why I say a homeless person is smarter than you? It's because a homeless person gonna wake up in the morning, right? They need money. The objective is, I need some money today. Yeah. So they're going to go to the busy intersection where there's traffic at in the morning.
They got the system down.
So they're going where the traffic's at. Yeah. Right. They got their message. Yeah. Right. On the cardboard.
And guess what? They thought about that message too.
100%.
Is it gonna make them laugh? Is it gonna
cry? Drama, whatever. Yeah. They gotta wait for people to pay them. Yeah. Right. So they got their message. They're in traffic. Yeah. And they got their cup. Yeah. So they can receive the money. Yeah. And that's the daytime, right? And then in the evening, when the sun goes down, or when it's about to be the evening, and then just going to the other area where the traffic is at.
Yeah, maybe with some light or something.
So what does that mean? That means the homeless person or the person that might be down on their luck right now, they know where traffic is. What's your problem? You're stuck with your products and services. Yeah. You don't know where to sell them. Right. What is the homeless person conveying? What message are they conveying? What's your problem? You don't know what message to share with the people when you get in front of them. Right? How does the homeless person get the money? He got an option of how the money could come in. Yeah. What's your problem? You don't know how to take the money, nor are you asking for the money. You don't even have a website. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the homeless person is smarter than you because they got their message, right? They're in front of where traffic is at. Yeah. And then they have the way for people to pay them. They got their cup.
You just broke it down basically to say that essentially a homeless person would have the necessary entrepreneurial skills to
No,
be successful.
not necessarily. I mean, I think a majority of them have them.
Yeah,
And then guess what? A homeless person doesn't have.
that.
Well, yeah, that too. That's next level. That's next level. You know what a homeless? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what most people have
Mhm.
that prevents them from allowing the money to flow to them that most homeless people do not have?
Bills.
No. Fear.
Mm,
And-
okay, we're going.
and quit.
Yeah.
What does someone that's comfortable, that has a product and service, that needs to make a sale today or this week, what do they got? They got quit.
Yeah, yeah.
Or I made a call today.
Yeah.
I didn't close the sale.
So now I'm just chilling.
So I guess I
The
guess I
hungry
need
man in
to
the corner need to eat.
listen.
So,
The homeless man
yeah.
is gonna get the no $1.
Yeah.
The no $5.
Yeah.
The no $10. Cause they're not looking like, oh, I need
powerful,
to,
yeah.
right? They're like, oh, from 7 a.m. to 10 rush hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here for 3 hours,
Yeah.
right? Sales calls. I'm gonna be here for 3 hours,
Yeah.
connecting with customers or talking to helping people,
Right.
or having people help me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's 3 hours,
Yeah.
and they probably done it enough where they go, okay, generally 3 hours, I'm gonna get $200
Yeah.
plus minus 200. Like
Yeah.
they can calculate that after a while now. And then in the evening they're like, okay, this corner is real busy for like 4 hours.
Mhm.
I can probably get another $300.
Yeah.
So they live in a day 500,
Right.
right? What's 500 times 30? What's that? $1,500 a month? Is my math good?
That's some nice money, bro.
Right?
Right.
And so okay, so they made let's say plus minus $500
Yeah.
working about 7 hours a day,
Yeah.
just injecting themselves
Yeah.
where the
In
flow of
in
traffic's
flow,
at.
Yeah.
But yet we have people that have all the resources, all the skills,
AC.
access to all the information, AC, comfortable car,
Wi-Fi.
food, Wi-Fi, whatever, right? They can't close no deals and they're giving up and they're quitting. But yeah, you got somebody that has, less than you or,
Nothing.
down in their luck at the moment or whatever case may be. And they're hitting a couple of hundred, maybe even a couple hundred a day, a week,
Yeah.
1,000 a week, or whatever, or a month.
Yeah.
Only
think
because
there's-
they don't have no, they're not, there's no no to them. They're not
Yeah.
worried about, oh, this person told me no. Guess what they're doing?
Yeah.
They're going to be like,
Yeah. Nah, for real.
you know what I'm saying?
One key principle I remember learning from my mentor is, in a sales industry, you need sales,
Yeah.
but you don't need this one.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, you can do okay with not necessarily needing this sale. Now, what that means then is I'm okay with receiving no's because I know that all it's gonna need for me to do is just go after the next person or go after the next opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's like people get so discouraged because it's like I need a yes every time, and it's like no. I need sales, but I don't need this one. I could get the next one.
People
or
need
the
to
next
think.
one after
People
that.
need to think about themselves. They don't even say yes every time.
Yeah,
So what is their buyer pattern?
True.
I would always ask clients that.
yeah,
Like you getting discouraged, but when's the last time you bought something? The
Right,
first
right,
time you
right,
heard
yeah.
something or see something?
yeah,
Actually, let me ask you this:
yeah.
how many times do you have to see or hear things before you actually buy something that you
Right.
know that you want?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, okay, let's
Yeah.
talk about the Tesla real quick. You got the nice Tesla outside.
yeah,
How many times do you have to see it, hear it, talk about it, be around it before you was like, I'm gonna go get this thing?
man. A lot of different times. I'm not gonna lie to
And
you.
you
I did
knew
a
that,
lot of research,
but you knew that you wanted it.
I knew I wanted it for a long time.
That's what I'm saying.
But I wanted to do enough research and get figure.
Okay,
it
boom.
out.
So what does that mean? That means two things, or at least I'm getting two things from it. One,
Yeah.
and that's a bigger example for some people,
Mhm.
but knowing your buyer's profile
Yeah.
and what is your buyer's habits.
Mhm.
So generally, how many times do they need to see your product or hear about your product and service for them to actually make a conversion?
Right.
And how can you create the environment where you speed up the amount of times that they kind of like pinball and run into you
Mhm.
or hear about you
Yeah.
or whatever you have going on, your products and services, a
Yeah.
case study, a testimony, a YouTube video, some content, you going live, a podcast, whatever. How can you speed that up
Mhm.
so that if it takes them generally we'll use your Tesla example. If it took you 4 months to get the Tesla, how do you condense that 4 months into hours into like a 30-day cycle or 14-day cycle or 7-day sales cycle? Yeah. Then you can actually predict, oh, okay, cool. If I want to sell 10 things, let's say a week, I know that, it takes typically a customer like 2 hours, 3 hours to make a decision, or 2 or 3 times for them to run some of my stuff to make a decision. Yeah. How can I orchestrate that environment where they're going to speed up that 2 hours and they can do that in like 2 days or 3 days? Yeah. And then I know normally when I call back the second time or the third time, or if the sales teams call back the second time or the third time, they're ready. Right. How do I orchestrate then? Yeah,
like basically orchestrating an atmosphere of essentially of a buying atmosphere. Where they feel like, okay, at the end of the day, this is something I want anyway. So, having it being accelerated to make a decision.
The internet does it all the time. How many times have you went to like Nike, Adidas, or you went to any place online, and then you end up going to like, I don't know, a place that you want to go, like ESPN or CNN or a movie or something, and you see these bumper ads, or you see these banner ads, and it's like, yo, you seeing them sneakers, or you seeing the camera, or you seeing the trip to Mexico. Yeah, you're like, your subconscious is picking it up. Right. But if you really stop for a second, you're like, Mexico's right there. You're like, damn, I do want to kind of go. You go back to the page. You're like looking at it again. Okay, cool. Do you leave? You might go do something, come back, sit down. Maybe you watch a YouTube video. All of a sudden, Mexico comes back up. So now your subconscious picks up and you're like, damn, I do need to get the Mexico tickets. So now you call your boy, yo, bro, you want to go to Mexico? Yeah, I do kind of want to go. Let's see what the Wasi want to go. All right, cool. Yeah. So it's like they're creating an environment with the pixels and retargeting ads. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That you're thinking that you made the decision because you keep running into it.
Yeah, nah, that decision was already made for you. That decision as far as made for you. Yeah, as far as your desires.
All you gotta do is get in the trap.
Yeah, facts.
You step in that trap,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. Yeah,
But I mean, that's the key thing with just kind of stacking the odds in your favor again. Like that's a perfect example of that. Like essentially placing your product or service in the right environment, or being someone to be seen as someone that has value. Because some people don't even really recognize that who they are is a product or service. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't even really know what they do or know what value they have. So being aware of that, is necessary too. So
I like that, bro.
Yeah, that's fire. This was a great pod, bro. What's some of the lasting what's some lasting words you wanna leave with the people, bro?
I mean, I don't know if I want to say anything outside of some of the stuff that we already shared, so I feel like maybe just reiterating some stuff. Yeah, because I don't want to take them out of the energy that we created. Yeah. I think, you need to get clear on, what are some wealthy habits that you currently exhibit? What are some wealthy habits you want to actually acquire? Right. What are some non-wealthy habits that you currently have? Or what are some non-wealthy habits that you need to shed? Yeah. I think you can relate that to your habits, and you can also relate that to people. Yeah. I would say, change the fixation on the result and put the fixation more on the activities. Absolutely. That's gonna by default give you that result. Yeah. So me getting on a plane and driving here, I was gonna come here. If I was just like I want to come here, I'm not gonna
yeah, unless you got the ticket.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So me doing an action brought me here. Right. So more so focusing on what do you need to do? What's the activity that you need to do? And then also like performing at the highest level. I think people need to do a little bit more self-actualization and self-realization of like what does it mean for me to be at my top level. I think people need to tap into that more because that will unlock some stuff within you that you didn't even know was there. Like just imagine, we'll use that Lambo example. Just imagine you get a Lambo or you have a Lambo, but you've been putting in 87 gas in there, and 89 gas in there, or 91, whatever it is, depending on your region. Yeah. You've been putting in the low grade gas. It's been working. Yeah. But it ain't been Lambo.
It's not peak performance. Yeah.
Exactly. So then you oh wow. It should be getting this now, and that's where the self-awareness comes in. Yeah. It should be getting this now. So then you put in that 93 or that 95 or that high octane. And it's just a beast. Yeah. It's just totally different experience. You're hitting things on different levels. You're operating life different. You're approaching situations different. Yeah. You was talking about the aura. So when you get into rooms, your aura is speaking for you. You don't gotta speak.
You don't have to talk.
You know what I'm saying? Your light is illuminated.
Yeah.
All of that. So yeah, those are things I'll probably want to leave them off with.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, man, I think just to kind of piggyback off of what you said, it's just the idea of like becoming a different person, like becoming an individual that can actually do the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like, again, with that lottery scenario, like if you just win the lottery, then you're just gonna have something, but you haven't changed the person that you are.
Yeah.
Like you haven't changed who you become in order to keep that thing. Because, like for instance, if you take if we were to do a thought experiment where you were to take let's just take any highly successful individual and put them in your shoes, how long do you think it would take for them to get back to where they are currently?
Yeah.
If you do that thought experiment, that's how you know that it's not money that makes the manifestation. It's the mindset that's going to change who you become. Like, it's the whole idea of renewing your mind, right? You can't be transformed unless you renew your mind. There's no such thing as transformation without first renewing your mind initially, because your mind that's what's going to allow you to be even consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So that's what I want to leave them with. Anywho, how can we find you?
Man, listen, y'all can find me all platforms. It's Brendan Boyd. If you're watching this podcast right now, I got a free gift for you.
Dope.
You guys could text Wise and Wealthy. Wise and Wealthy to 213-410-4920. You know what?
Nice.
Why don't we give them? We're gonna give them. Let's give them a Venn diagram.
Sure.
Yeah. So y'all get a Venn diagram if you text that Wise and Wealthy, and we will send that over to you. And all you gotta do is fill it in. You can do it with your spouse, your partner, your bestie, your boyfriend, your girlfriend,
Sneaky link.
your sneaky link, whomever. You might want to do a couple. You know what I'm saying? You might have to.
You crazy?
You might have to do a couple. But you guys can download that.
Nice.
Yeah. So just go right there, or just hit me up on the Instagram, and this has been super dope, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for having us, guys. Thanks for coming through and watching us. Again, this is the Wise and Wealthy podcast. You can obviously catch me on Instagram, wasi.akin. And yeah, see you guys soon. Make sure you like, subscribe, share all the good YouTube stuff so that we could get this message shared across the globe. Peace out.
Yeah, and lastly, if there's 3, 4, 5 individuals that you want to get wise and wealthy with, send this episode to them right now. Right now. If it's 3 of them, 5 of them, 10 of them, they need to hear this episode.
You know what impacted y'all.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what impacted y'all.
Because it impacted me, and I'm in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Dope. All right, y'all. See you soon.
Peace.
Peace.